The standard image of an American home buyer is a young, newlywed couple with a flawless credit score, happily stepping into a modest starter home. But throughout this Tennessee Valley, the people reaching for those front door handles carry much more complicated histories. They are navigating life after a 30-year marriage, rebuilding after a medical debt crisis, or managing the upkeep of an empty 4-bedroom house. In this market, a new buyer is defined by their transition into a different life stage, regardless of how many times they have signed a deed in the past. Readiness is rarely dictated by a demographic checklist or a fixed societal timeline. Instead, the move is triggered by an emotional catalyst, an internal signal that your current environment no longer matches the life you are actually living. Recognizing when you are truly ready for the next chapter requires moving past the rigid myths of real estate and focusing on those personal needs. Marcus and Priya spent 6 years paying $1,800 a month for a 780-square-foot apartment in Nashville. It was a functional space for a while, but eventually the constraints of city renting became a barrier to the future they wanted. They needed actual land, a physical space where a future family could grow. That specific emotional drive pushed them to look toward the rural counties. The USDA loan is a primary tool here. In eligible rural regions, this program lets qualified buyers bypass traditional down payment requirements. These zoning classifications cover vast acreage in Tennessee, providing a path to high-leverage financing many assume is unavailable. By identifying rural-specific programs, Marcus and Priya turned an out-of-reach aspiration into a practical move. For Jessica and Kyle, the catalyst was a need for stability after medical bills led to foreclosure. When they tried to re-enter the market, they faced significant friction. Algorithms saw a messy credit profile and issued automatic rejections, ignoring the 4 years they spent saving and rebuilding. They found a solution through THDA. These programs are designed specifically to support buyers working through credit rebuilding scenarios. Accessing these programs requires lenders who prioritize a buyer's current upward trajectory over their historical lowest point. It's human evaluation, not automated denial. Securing that mortgage through a specialized program was a reclamation of their family security and a final step away from their financial crisis. Donna had significant home equity, but found herself navigating the market alone following a divorce. There's a unique weight to making autonomous decisions about a property's layout after decades of marital compromise. This purchase was a move toward personal independence. However, the technical landscape of lending and real estate paperwork had changed significantly since her last joint purchase 30 years ago. She didn't need a basic education in homeownership. She needed a professional to fill the technical gaps in modern lending without offering condescending advice. For an experienced solo buyer, targeted guidance provides the confidence to manage a transaction on their own terms. Ray was an empty nester spending every weekend maintaining a 4-bedroom house and a 2-acre lawn that he no longer used. Ray views this transition as right-sizing, a strategic trade of unused bedrooms and constant maintenance for immediate proximity to the Big South Fork and the peace of the woods. Rural properties often hide risks that can threaten that peace, particularly regarding older or unmapped infrastructure. A rigorous rural inspection is the only way to verify the health of these hidden systems. You have to check the well's water source, the viability of the septic field, and the stability of the older foundation. Surfacing these technical issues before closing ensures that a right-sized home actually provides the peace of mind Ray was looking for. These 4 stories look very different on paper, ranging across diverse age brackets and financial histories. Yet each buyer arrived at the same internal realization that their current home no longer served their life. Their success proves that you do not need a flawless financial past or a joint partner to secure a future in Tennessee. Taking that next step happens when your personal readiness is met with a clear technical strategy, whether that involves credit rebuilding, rural zoning, or rigorous inspections. If you are feeling that internal pull toward a new chapter, the first move is simply to start the conversation with a local guide. Team Dennehy at Mitchell Real Estate is ready to help you navigate the path home.